Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Three Dads and a Console. We know not every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we're here to do it for you. Remember that this show is kid-friendly, Pez.
What?
So
What?
no earmuffs are needed.
You know what? Fine.
We always let's start this over.
Got him.
I'm one of your hosts, Wobble Plays, also Pez.
Hello, I am your other host. Quarter's not with us today because he is traversing the Great White North of Canada.
Oh, the Yukon.
Yes, the Yukon, if you will.
I just learned that the Yukon is a actual province.
Yes, it is. Congratulations.
And that there are Northwest Territories is a province. Why?
Yes. I don't know. That is beyond my American education.
I just think it's kind of lazy. I want you to name every individual island.
Name every territory in the Northwest.
Exactly. It's too much.
We can call one Pesmania.
And then Nar, Pesmania.
Nar.
New Pesland.
Oh, dude, New Pesland. Donald Trump be like, we got a New Pesland.
Or you could do Pez as Edward Island.
No, I couldn't do that to those good people over there.
And then other names.
And then other fun names.
I can just feel Canadians shaking their head right now.
In shame. Shame.
So we have a packed agenda today, do we not?
Yeah, dude, this agenda is bursting at the seams. If you didn't know, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail on our YouTube channel or the name, which I believe I call like searching the guide to the outer rim of our thoughts. We literally have nothing today. You know what?
What is the thumbnail?
That's not true. That's not true. We do have something today. I am not, and maybe it's because I don't have time anymore, but I am not finding video games as enjoyable as I used to.
Why?
I don't know. And I don't know if it's just because like I'm conflicted if maybe I'm just getting old, which like last week, 42 years old.
True.
It happens,
True.
Right? Good answer. Or that it's the constant slow drip of how video games now, like how content cycles come out and everything is just a lava-esque slow drip of video game content that just feels like all they want is your time and attention, but without giving you anything to do that. So I don't know if it's that, or I don't know if it's just like nothing's like grabbed me, but I don't think that's it. I don't think it's the last one because I play a game like Clair Obscur and I get really into it, but then the thought of even just sitting down at my computer and like opening my Steam, my Steam app and then looking through all my games. And then by the time like I open something, let's say Baldur's Gate 3, I just go, yeah, I don't want to do this. And I do that 4 or 5, 6 times. And then I go downstairs and I read. I'm reading now.
Oh, why?
I'm reading now. And I don't understand where all this is coming from. It's very sad.
I don't like that you said that on a public recorded platform.
You know what? Send me to El Salvador. I deserve it because
Call the cops.
Yeah, call the cops. No, I mean the books I'm reading are great, dude. I'm reading the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. Bangers. But I miss my game. I miss like playing games, but I feel like it takes a lot of energy now to enjoy games.
Just wait till you go to Oregano. You'll boot up that Steam Deck.
Oh, I can't wait, dude. My brother brought it back, and I did play a little bit of Schedule 1. I'm not gonna lie, pretty fun.
That was the game he wanted. So that at PAX he borrowed your Steam Deck specifically to buy and play Schedule 1.
Yeah, and he played it for like 3 weeks.
That seems like, and I feel like a lot of games too. They are made for bite-sized, intense experiences, and that's it. Like I'm seeing that, like you see all these like different part, like one of the streamers we watch, he plays all these like kind of like flavor of the week games. Yeah. Like there's some that I think would be great fit for your stream, and like the charity stream we do, I told you about it. It's like What the Sock. You get like it's like a trial that you all come up with. It's like a game. Then you have like your Lethal Company type games and your Repo. And I'm not saying you can't keep playing those, but it seems like a lot of in like Schedule 1, it becomes like the big thing for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then you get some dedicated players, obviously there's staying power, but like then it's like people just move on, and I feel like the attention span is so much lower. I would say generally, obviously not for everyone.
Right. No. I definitely agree that people have lower attention spans than they did. So it may be tough to, maybe that's why they drip feed you content now. Just to like, because they're like, oh, little Jimmy has way too much ADHD to sit here and play this whole game. So instead of playing one whole game for 30 hours, he's going to play our whole game over a year for 400 hours because we're going to lock him into a loop and then just drip feed him garbage. I don't know, man. I'm struggling. Like usually before the podcast, I will sit up here. Like I get up in my office at like 6:30. I get everything ready. I pop on a game for about an hour. You guys pop into chat and we go. Lately, it's just like I sit up here and I don't know what to do. Like I sat up here at 6:30 and I got like all my cameras and stuff ready, and then I went back downstairs until 7:30, and I was like, well, I'll go upstairs.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it probably just depends on the game too. Like I'm shocked that Expedition 33 you're not like
I know, and
going nuts over.
I've been playing like you said, I've been playing like hour increments and I enjoy it. But even the thought of sitting in my chair for like 6 hours and just like running with it, I was like, it just feels like a lot. And I don't know if it's just because there isn't anything that has truly taken me in, or I have like a lot of other things on the brain, like house projects and all that trash, but I don't love it. I don't love it.
I feel that way like with NHL. They just came out with a Pasternak X Factor card.
I saw that. What is it like?
All
3?
these, yeah,
or something. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, Series 3 in June. But you need like a bunch of 96s to make it, and I have like 18, and I have 18,000 coins, and I'm like, well, you almost, but like it just becomes too much where I'm like the reward isn't worth it. And not just with NHL, like some other games. Like I'm like, do I really want to get into this? Maybe not right now.
No.
Like Assassin's Creed, I thought was fun. I didn't even get to the part where I can play as Yosuke.
Really?
Which is crazy because that's like the character I like.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, okay, like I get it, like it's cool.
Yep.
I didn't find the story super compelling, at least, but I definitely need to give it another chance. I find myself playing. I've been playing franchise mode in NHL, which I just hit back to back today, like the Panthers.
Did you?
Yep.
Let's go.
We do have to say goodbye to Caden Lindstrom, who is 29 years old and 91 overall, just coming off a 115-point season because he wants $21 million
a year.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's how the contracts are starting to get high. There was one player who got signed. He was like an 84. He got signed for $20 million for 3 years. He's like 36 or something. So
what?
Shout out to the LA Kings.
That is like a real life NHL contract, though. They'll just be like, "How old are you?" Oh, Brad Marchand, you scored 5 goals in the Stanley Cup Finals at 37. All right, 3-year, $40 million contract.
It's the best. Though there still is Volkov on my third line, who you like. He has an 80-point score, 40 and 40.
That's my guy.
I locked him up for 2.3. He's like in like year 3 of his like 8-year contract.
That's my guy right there.
But so I've been playing that. It's fun. I like it. I usually in an hour and a half I can get through like the whole season, off season, or splits it up in 2 streams.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone Battlegrounds because I like it. It's a game where you have to kind of think. Not that you don't have to
struggle there.
I mean, it depends. I'm just it's a children's card game. It's not super complicated.
Okay,
but,
fair enough.
I like that a lot. Like, again, some of those games take like 20-30 minutes, and it's just kind of nice to play a few. And then I'm very excited to be getting into. I am going to be playing Blitz the League very soon. I know I've been putting it off, but that will become my personality for a while.
Finally, that game rocks.
That game is so good. So what I want to do is I want to figure out, not that people care about my content, but like I want to figure out how to stream on TikTok, and then also do it there because I think Blitz would have a good like reach there.
Yep.
Because I feel like you have a very small yet dedicated Blitz fandom, and if none of you, if you don't know what Blitz the League is, it is a football game made without the NFL license. They got who voices Quentin Sands? Lawrence Taylor to voice the main linebacker like adversary. And basically the game is about, there's a ESPN thing that came out about playmakers. It was a TV show, and it has to do with players getting injured, players going on gear, players, like themes about like old players who had to like, kind of get an edge up, people who were getting in the league who were choosing to use other things instead of
Like
practice,
the juice.
like Benjamin. And yeah, they're just violent injuries. Like, and they made, and so like, how like it goes, like you hit someone, it goes to like an x-ray view and shows this exaggerated like injury, and then the player's on the ground, and you can either sit them for 2 games, or you can you can get them on the field.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We roll those guys back out. You say it's the 80s, dog. Go back out there. You'll be fine.
And then the second one, they expanded on it by allowing you to target the area in which you want to eviscerate this person. So yeah, it's wild.
It is wild.
I think on the Xbox, Bill Romanowski voice too. Like you get these like people who are like actually violent, crazy human beings when they play linebacker. Like Lawrence Taylor, again, people love, respect him. That dude was like, he was like what he did on the field would have put him in jail.
That dude was a menace both on and off the field.
It's best known for his role in Happy Gilmore, or
best known for
no Billy Madison. There we go. No, Waterboy. What am I saying?
But also best known for main event in WrestleMania. Dude, main event at WrestleMania 12 against Bam Bam Bigelow. I believe it was 12. And it's actually not a terrible match, but dude, it's Bam Bam Bigelow and LT in the main event of WrestleMania. Horrible.
Not the it was different times, but
yeah, there were failing times for the 90s WWF. They were dreadful.
Hey, 1992, Bam Bam Bigelow. I didn't know who he was until I listed him on eBay. Action figure made me like $70. So shout out to Bam Bam.
He can't hear you. He's dead.
Huge pro.
He is. I'm pretty sure Bam Bam Bigelow is dead.
Oh well, to his estate.
To the Bammer estate. To the Bammer estate. Shout out. Thank you for making my money. Yeah, he died on January 19th, 2007.
Oh, that's pretty recent.
Yeah. It happened like yesterday.
It felt like yesterday.
Him and Amber L.
It's crazy that I learned who he was and assumed he was still around. Like in the past year.
Yeah, knowing that
I discovered who he was and was like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Knowing that he's an old wrestler, yeah, he's definitely not around anymore.
Oh, yikes.
A good contingent of them just don't make it anymore.
So I know we're talking about games coming up. I know a few games that we like, usually the football games. I know you're super hyped for college football. They've been coming out with a bunch of Madden stuff. I usually play Madden every year. Again, disclosure, I usually get involved with through the Creator Network, so it's for me it's pretty cool. But I feel like you could literally put what I'm about to say and just like go back once every year whenever I talk about one of these sports series. But it looks like they've actually added new things that make it a different game.
Hashtag sponsored by EA.
No, this is not sponsored. They can't afford me. No. Like a few things I thought was cool, and again, I've been looking into getting Blitz the League. So when this, the deep dive came out recently, I looked at it. So they have the actual coaches in there, which is cool. Probably not, like you can see Andy Reid and like his tendencies and stuff like that. Like I think stuff like that's kind of cool. Like I know in like NHL, like the franchise, it's just these like Billy Bungus and random stuff. Like even if it's like a player coach who like retired, I don't even think it looks like them. I don't know.
Probably not.
But I thought that was pretty cool. There's like things like what is it, counterintelligence. So if you spam the same thing, like the defense is going to pick up on it. There's wear and tear also. So like you can make quick subs if someone's like ankle's getting tweaked, or you can continue to run them, which I think is cool. But the one thing I've seen a lot of, and I don't know if you've seen this, but dude, these snow games, I'm looking at a screenshot. It is ridiculous. It is all white.
Can you answer this question for me? In the screenshot, is the uniform dirty in the snow game?
I'm looking at the Bills.
All right. I'm going to allow it, because if it's not dirty and it's snowing, I'm going to be mad.
It is crazy. Like the field, like like the middle of the field gets like a little more clear as they start to step. But like I'm telling you, like you cannot see the hash marks. The only thing you can see are the line of gain, basically as you can on a TV broadcast. It gets foggier, so you have to run like short routes.
That's cool.
Or else you're just praying. And that was like what I saw all over like Twitter and stuff, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I hope it's not the one thing they add that they're like, oh look, it's new.
Right.
But still, it's I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Like, they said like new physics. Like, okay, I feel like that's what they say every year. But
they definitely say that every year. Last year was like, oh, boom tech. Remember boom tech, everybody? Did you love your boom tech? And like 2 years before that, it was like, oh, we have new tackle AI. And this year it's like, oh, we have new tackle AI. Because really what they do is like, if logic B and logic A are working, right, and like it's feeding into something else, then boom, it happens. And now they're like, oh, it's brand new, so we'll just add a variable and it's all new. Isn't it great? Look at it. Look how great it is. Here's the thing I'm interested in. Madden actually needs to be good this year. At least it be actually good, because the NFL has not extended EA's exclusive license. It runs up this year, and in previous years, for those that don't know, a little game called NFL 2K5 came out. It was made obviously by 2K. They Take Two made it $20 to Madden's $60 at the time.
Was that Terrell Owens that year?
Yep.
T.O. on the Flyers? Was he on the Flyers?
T.O. on the Eagles.
But that's what I meant.
Flyers is a hockey team.
Hockey. Yep. I was right though.
And it is the best professional football game you can play. Fact, not opinion. Anyone wants to come for me in the comments, go ahead. Since that time, so EA took Madden 05, which is also a really good Madden, and they moved it down to like $20, and then they signed an exclusive license with the NFL, and ever since then, that's why we've only had Madden and no more like NFL Fever, no more Game Day 99, like no more NFL Game Day, no more any of that stuff. This is the first time since 2004 or 5 that the NFL has not extended the contract ahead of time. So they're letting it run out, and nobody knows obviously what the future holds, but I think it's telling that all of a sudden Madden is now throwing in some things that have been requested for years, like snow games requested for years, like good snow games, not just like, oh, there's a little bit of snow at the top of your screen, but nothing accumulates, any of that, like actual good weather and tendencies. And back in now I'm going on my old man thing, back in my day, right, on like
back in NFL quarterback club in 89.
Back in the QB club of 1928, Archie Manning. And so back in like your PS2 or your Xbox eras, or even not the 360 eras, back in your PS2 and fat Xbox eras, they had all that stuff already. Your NFL, your 05s, your 06, your 07s, like they had all that, and then they take it out, and then they come back and they're like, oh wait, we added it again. Isn't it great? Like the moment, I think it was I forget what his name is on YouTube. I like him a lot too, and I'm blanking on his name. He was doing like a talk about Madden 26, and he goes, I guarantee the biggest feature is going to be that stupid jump back from the stupid leap from Saquon Barkley. And he was like, I bet that'll be on the cover too, which obviously it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I always hope Madden's good, but the thing I don't like about Madden is it plays slow. Because obviously the pros play slow, but like you don't want to play slow in a video game. And then when you switch to college football is like such a lightning quick, like insane asylum of offense that I don't know. Madden just doesn't. Madden feels like the big brother past his prime, but he still keeps talking about his days in high school.
It's like me with the GWC. I know how that goes.
My man made it out of the first round in 2020.
That's right. Never forget. But I agree with that. I think, I mean, again, batted fine. I know the players more. I had more fun doing the like create your own player and play one position at defense.
Yeah.
In college
college
football,
football, yeah.
I definitely played a lot more of that when it came out last year. I didn't do the dynasty mode at all, or like the one where you do the school and the recruiting. I think it's. I watched other people do it. Like I thought it was really interesting. Just for me, I think it's a little too complicated for someone who doesn't really get it yet. You know, but I liked the mode where you have your player and you can kind of do that. Like going from UMass to like Ohio State.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's crazy, and it feels different. Like the team feels different. You're making plays. The setting feels different. So that was I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Madden's good. I like it on PC because there is a modding community behind it. So they do fix some of the things that EA doesn't or won't pay attention to. And it makes franchise a heck of a lot better than it is out of the box. But you know, we'll see. Again, I'm more interested in the business side of it because if all of a sudden, like if Take-Two or something got a tip that the NFL wasn't working on or going to extend EA, and all of a sudden there's a new game coming down the pipeline. That could very much happen. We could be back to having like 4 annual football games instead of just 1.
I wish EA would redo a updated version of NFL Street.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I
NFL Street
loved
was
those games.
really good. NBA Street was really good. NFL Street 1 and 2 were really good. Like those games were really, really good. The ones after like Street 3 and whatever that like missed me with it, but the first 2 amazing.
Because I was looking at you could just buy a copy on PS2 for $35 on Amazon.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. I don't know why I'm down this rabbit hole. Video games on Amazon,
which is funny because NFL Street 3 on Amazon is $60, and that game
probably because less people played it.
And that game is demonstratively worse.
Don't matter if it's good, just matter if it's rare.
True.
So yeah. What else?
Well, tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. So tomorrow is Juneteenth. My wife, daughter, and I, because she's off for the summer. We're closed in Massachusetts. State holiday. It's federal holiday?
Nope.
No. State holiday here in Massachusetts.
State.
We're going to see How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that's right. That's out.
And she is super excited because it's one of her favorite movies. To the point, and Waba, as someone who loves rare items, you will love this. It of course has no monetary value, so you won't love it. So you're on the fence. But Kenzie loves How to Train Your Dragon, loves Toothless, loves the white one dragon whose name I can never remember from the third one. And
Toothful.
We is that the name?
Really? I have no idea.
Okay.
I never saw the second.
Okay, great.
But Toothless, Toothful.
Yeah, Toothful. They call her DDS. Toothful DDS the dragon. She had a Toothless Build-A-Bear full, and what did she do? She brought it in there to do something. To when she was younger to fill up the white one. And the guy at the thing said, "I can't believe you have one of those. They are one of the rarest Build-A-Bears."
I have one.
Do you really? He said
I bought it.
This was like years ago, but he said that they can be worth some good amount of money.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. As you do that, I will continue talking.
Maybe I'm wrong. White one. Maybe he lied. Both of them are worth 45. But they only came. I mean,
he lied.
First of all,
he lied.
Well, so because I saw it and my daughter, we had just watched it, so I got it for her, and we still have it.
Yeah, so she has both of them. So she's really excited to go see it. She hopes it's she saw. I know you and Court really enjoyed Lilo and Stitch. She saw it and hated it because you know what she said? She goes, "Dad, I don't understand why she spoiler alert for Lilo and Stitch. I don't understand why she gave up Lilo at the end and went to school in the United States for marine biology when she lives in Hawaii." And I was like, That's fair. And then, so she just hopes it's better than that.
I'm sure it will be. I mean, especially with like Universal and everything, like it's really taking off now. I think it's great timing. My wife's super hyped for it. I like those movies. She loves them. I can't like believe how like that soundtrack has so much staying power online still.
For real.
Like
For
every
real.
TikTok, I didn't even realize it was from How to Train Your Dragon.
Me either.
Initially, but
And
I heard it everywhere.
I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Dun, 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 dun. Copyright strike, but I don't know. I'm excited for that. I think that's the next big movie we're gonna see. I have nothing else until September. It was Lilo and Stitch. My wife added this, and then there's the Gabby Dollhouse movie in September. That's a big deal in the Waba household.
Oh yeah, big deal.
Yeah, it is. That is. And new episodes in November. So this Gabby train is still rolling. Outright Games. If you're listening,
which you are,
actually often they do.
Yep.
You see, so you need. I'm gonna have to make a video on this now that kind of things have slowed down this summer. I have a lot of notes. Outright would be a perfect fit for a Gabby's Dollhouse game. A Gabby's Dollhouse is a perfect fit for what Outright does. It is huge. I mean, it's big. I've been to live like an event where her dollhouse was in a Walmart. Like they do things. Also, there is a Gabby live stage show that's going around. Yes, we have tickets. No, my daughter doesn't know. This is a big thing.
Can you for the uninitiated tell us what a Gabby's Playhouse is?
Dollhouse.
What is a Gabriella dollhouse? Tell me.
It's like the automatic Gucci. What's a Gabriella's?
What's a Gabriella dollhouse? Tell me.
So, it is about this girl who loves cats, and she has like a dollhouse with different rooms, and each room is a different cat. And what happens is she gets some sort of surprise every day that comes down from her ceiling. She has a road from her wall, and I don't know how it gets there. They don't explain that part.
Okay.
So, and then it's like, oh, here's something we should do. And then she has this headband she puts on, and this white cat named Pandy Paws who likes snacks. So, one of us. And she sings a song, and she shrinks down to be in the dollhouse. Now, the cool thing is that she's just, we know what she's doing, but it's all in her imagination.
It's all in her mind,
which is cool. But it's a great show. I think the Valleys are really good. It teaches kids, it's like the power of yet, like not, I might not be good at this, but I can. It's it's great. It's good. Obviously, yes, it's like it's good for boys, girls. Like I know people over like one of my daughter's friends has one shirt today. Like it's a thing. Usually younger audience, but I think it's fun. Perfect for Outright.
Can I ask you a different question?
Yes.
Is it a live action show?
So the girl in the beginning, it's live action.
Okay.
But as soon as she transforms, it's all.
I like that.
It's not animated. It's like 3D, and yeah, there's like merch everywhere, and so interesting. So we bought we first got into it because my wife's mom got an Easter thing for my daughter. That was this. It was like a little sticker book or whatever.
Gotcha.
Because she saw it's cats and stuff.
Yeah.
And we looked into it, and then we saw, you have the dollhouse and the goal. So the dollhouse, the actual toy, you get the main hub, and then you have to get the different rooms to add. Okay, yes, consumerism, but it's kind of cool where it's like, every now and then you get a new room, and then you finally complete it. And now what do you do from there? Well, obviously, they add Marty the Party Cat.
Marty the Party Cat.
So you had to add an extra level above. And then you add balconies. Nope. Then you add balconies.
That's how they get you.
And you want to know where I think they're going next?
Finished basement.
I guarantee it. They did add a room in the ear, but it doesn't fit. Obviously, the ears are small. The house is shaped like a cat. Everything's shaped like a cat.
Okay, that was very helpful because I didn't know what a house ear was. So I'm glad that you were clarifying.
Everything is cat.
Everything's cat.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just a silly thing, and when I think about Outright and the games they're coming up with. By the way, they're coming up with a basketball game, which is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
That game looks actually fun. Really, I think that game is gonna get a lot of good reach with people who might not be playing their games, who might not be like us, who are outright diehards.
Right.
But I don't know. I just think it'd be perfect. Make it like Cocomelon, but better. You know, if you can get the Gabby actress, she's talented. Obviously, all of them are. They do this. I think Tara Strong is one of the. What she does? Who is it? Tara. She's Harley Quinn, right? Yeah, she
That
does.
is correct.
She's the voice of one of the cats.
Really, dude? That's a big get.
I know. So it's Tara. I'm
Tara
gonna
Strong, big
say.
get.
Yeah, she's okay. I'm gonna say she's Kitty Fairy. Okay, I know that sentence doesn't make sense for most, but
there is some dad out there as he's driving his kid to daycare is like, her name's Kitty Fairy, guys. Come on, get it together.
it's I mean, again, it's all about like it's very toy driven, which is very much like our childhood. You know, why does the show exist? Because of the merch. So like there was something in like, you know, in Walmart's they brought this giant blow up get house. You go through in each place, you have to get free tickets. They have little activities for the kids to do, and then at the end you get to see the new stuff that you're coming out with, and at the end you actually get to meet Gabby, which is kind of cool for my daughter. You know, it was
the actual
nice little bit.
Dollhouse actress.
The actual Gabby.
Nice.
So
okay,
that was pretty cool.
Cool.
And so yeah, then you know it's just it's a fun thing. So there's a lot to go off of.
So I was just talking about a movie that we're going to see. You want to talk about a movie that you saw, because while I was talking about things moving as slow as lava, you, my friend, dealt with a chicken lava.
It's so stupid. So
thank you.
Nice work. I did. I watched or endured Minecraft.
Okay, first off, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many mushrooms did you have to take for you to? How many mushroom pizzas did you have to eat for you to get into a mood that you could actually watch that movie?
So the reason why we watched it is because my daughter came home from school singing a song about Steve's lava chicken. Now, that is a song in the movie. Me either, dude. I didn't.
Stupid.
And I'm like, what is that? She's like, oh, it's from a Minecraft movie. I'm like, you don't know. We haven't watched the Minecraft movie. You don't play Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft.
Bring the memes.
And she goes, well, all the boys on the school bus sing it, so now I sing it. Okay. So, and she knew what Chicken Jockey was because I told her about it before, because the clips that were coming out from the movie in theaters was absurd.
A bunch of Gen
nerds,
Alpha kids throwing popcorn in the air when he screams Chicken Jockey. There was the one TikTok of the dude that brought an actual live chicken into the theater and held it up when he screamed about the Chicken Jockey, and people, it was like insanity.
So that's why we decided to watch it, because she's like, I'm like, okay, you know, let's give it a try. Like, you know, I know some of her friends have seen it because they play Minecraft. I figured it'd be fun. This movie, is it a good movie? No. Is it a fun movie? Yes. If you go into it knowing it's a 6 out of 10, it is good. And I'm telling you, actor / producer of the movie, Jason Momoa, is legitimately hilarious in this thing. He has this like pink jacket with like frills on the back, and his story that you find in the beginning, so this isn't it's a Minecraft movie, who's cares?
Imagine if this is our like, this is what drives us off the internet. This what gets us canceled is we drop spoilers for the Minecraft movie that's been out for what feels like 16 years.
I'm telling you, I also, by the way, I watched the whole thing. I still don't So, he's someone who as a kid won like a video game tournament, and he's kind of just been like holding on to that. So he grows up and he's got this game store that's like failing or whatever, but like he's just like, yeah, I also offer like coaching sessions, mentoring sessions for $50 an hour, like to try to teach you how to have confidence. Like, it's like the dude's just like this has been, and then when he meets Jack Black's character, they just have this like weird bromance. Like they do like the handshake where you grab the person's arm.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't know. Like it seems like they legitimately get along and find each other very funny. And like you can kind of tell like that just kind of made it enjoyable. Like there's one part where they're like flying through the air, and they're like, we have to go teeth to cheek to make it through this hole in the wall as we're flying. So you have Jack Black's face between his knees. They're going teeth to cheek. You know, they're flying, and then at one point he's like on top of him, like riding him like a stork or something. I'm like, what is happening? It's so stupid. But like I'm telling you, like my kid thought it was hilarious. I was sitting there cackling because I'm like, Jason Momoa is just absolutely like crazy. And then I can tell you the other characters outside of Jack Black and him. Couldn't tell you their names.
No idea. We do not care.
I don't know. Like the main boy or whatever, like I guess he's like has value in the story. His sister and this other person, I'm like, I don't even know what their motivation. Like I'm telling you, you could have removed them from the movie, like everything still would have happened. But I mean, it looks fine. Like, you know what I mean, for being like a video game type movie. The voice acting, I think, is terrific. Of
Why
like
did
the
they go into the Minecraft?
Into the Minecraft?
Yeah.
That's I don't know.
That's really what I want to know. Is like, why?
I'm telling you, I watched the movie. I don't. So, okay. So what happens is, and again, one of my favorite points in it, it's at the beginning. Again, talking about the beginning, is Jack Black talks about yearning for the mines as a child. So he goes to the mine with his gear, wearing that blue outfit, and there's an old man there who's got like 2 teeth and points to the thing on the wall and says, "No children in the mines." So he's like, "Oh, I decided to go back later." And there's him as an adult with the same freaking outfit. It looks like it still fits the same. And the same, man who tries to stop him from going, except there he throws the weakest juke around this old man, like literally like just the lamest stutter stuff, and then just goes in and he finds something that transports him there. Again, I don't really know.
All right.
So I'm watching, one of the streamers that like play through the game. I'm slowly piecing together what these things are. It's ridiculous. And then Stifler's mom falls in love with like a villager.
What?
And she meets him. He like walks out of the world. They don't talk. They just kind of hang out. And she hits him with his car, and she goes, "Are you gonna sue me like the other ones?" It's like I don't know what purpose she's, but she becomes romantic. And one of my favorite jokes is they go out to dinner. She's saying all these nice things about him, how he listens to him, and then later comes over and goes, "Are you finished?" And she goes, "No, I think he's Swedish."
Okay. That's legitimately funny.
Because he just talks like,
That's legitimately funny.
I'm telling you, like, this movie surprised me for being, but like,
that's a good line. I like
again, it's silly. Was Chicken Jockey worth the hype? Was kind of funny.
All right, there you go. Worth the hype, Chicken Jockey.
Watching grown Jason Momoa, who's large, get beat up by a chicken and a CGI zombie baby. It's just so stupid.
How much of a banger is Steve's Lava Chicken now that you've heard it? No, it's not.
It's so like there's music in this movie, dude. Like I don't know why. It's like Jack Black just decided to riff, and they're like, "All right, guess we're gonna use it." Like he sings about lava chicken. He sings about his like a dog whose name is Dennis, which obviously that's a great word to rhyme things. And then there's like music at the end. I'm like, I don't get it. But this movie made way too much money. Guess what? We're probably gonna see a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, was there an after credits scene? I feel like there was, and I missed it because I turned it off. I was like, I'm good. So you get Nick Fury being like, "I am Steve. Welcome to the Avengers."
Putting a team together.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm telling you, if you can get your hands on this and you don't have to spend money, I would say watch it. I would say, if you're a fan of Benjamin, that might assist. But it is worth it. But I'm telling, like, it is. Your kids are gonna think it's silly, even if they don't care about Minecraft. If you do care about Minecraft, I'm assuming there are things that are cool in it. And if you're older, it is just go into it knowing it's stupid.
It's just
And
it just
it was
sounds
great.
like 90 minutes of insanity. I'm fever
like,
dream after fever dream of this stuff.
Yeah, like Momo was at a part and he's like, "No, you go on." He goes, "Sing my songs, keep it metal, keep it heavy, use real instruments." Like it's so stupid. I don't understand, but yeah, man, Minecraft.
Unbelievable. Never would have thought it'd be. I never thought that a 6 out of 10 movie would have you absolutely rolling.
Because I expected so little.
That's fair.
And it was just I expected a 2 and I got a 6. So there's that wiggle room where I'm like, okay, like this is fun. If I went to the movies and if I had to pay like $60 to get my family there for the tickets, and then I had to pay another 40 for snacks, and then I had to watch in a movie theater, and then I had these idiots screaming chicken jockey and throwing popcorn,
dude,
I would hate it.
I'd burn that movie theater to the ground.
So the fact that I got to watch in the comfort of my home, I think that played a big part.
Nice. Well, it sounds like a ADHD nightmare.
I'm telling you, like I could not tell you the overall plot. I watched it
to do the mines.
Like, and at the end they're like, "Oh, let's put together this big plan." I'm like, I legitimately don't understand because I didn't play the game.
Yeah, you're like, what like, plan of what? To do what?
You're referencing end game mechanics in a game I haven't played.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this is.
The Ender Man or something like that. Is that what they're doing? I don't know. My kid made her own kingdom called Cookie Kingdom, and I always had to play with her because we would play on Nintendo Switch together, and I hated it because I think Minecraft is incredibly boring.
I mean, there's a story. I think for kids, it's really cool. Like the same way we used to play with Legos.
Mm-hmm.
They now get to do something similar, but on such like a different, bigger scale.
Yeah.
So you get to play, like, you know, you want to build whatever you want to build. Like it's there. I think the game is great. It's not for me.
Yeah.
But I like how it gives kids a way to I don't know, express themselves in a way that's like healthy as long as you're monitoring it and managing it correctly.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's Minecraft. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Go
crushing it.
See it? Question mark.
Go look, find it on Plex.
It's your local Plex.
That's right.
I don't. I'll save my factoid for the end. Okay. What else did we have on our agenda?
Shout out to Stanley Cup champion Brad Marchand. Also,
that is
shout out to 2 exquisitely looking hockey bets last night that I lost on both.
Pez messages and goes, "Lock it in, stonks," and it was it Bennett scores, Marchand scores, Panthers win.
Panthers win. That's it. And they've been doing that the whole series. So I'm like, stonks, dude. This is gonna be so easy. I had a nice boosty from DraftKings. I was like, we got this. Nope, not even close. And you know what is the real kick in the old toothless here? Is
the hedge.
I am nice. Is I accidentally put in Sam Reinhart instead of Sam Bennett and then backed it out. It's for those that don't know, Sam Reinhart had 4 goals last night. So shout out me.
If you bet $100 he would score 4, you would have gotten $10,000.
Shout out to
as
me.
One does.
As one does, yeah. Because when I think of 4 goals in a Stanley Cup final game, I think Sam Reinhart.
You want to know what's worse is if you did put Reinhart and Marchand, you still would have lost, and that probably would have hurt more.
Right. Really, the worst part about the whole thing is the stupid state of Florida has another Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So shout out them. I think in this year, like this decade alone or whatever, they have like 6. Stupid.
Let me ask you something about they never will. About the let me ask you something about the thing. So they win. Now for folks who don't watch hockey, typically what happens is the captain gets it first. Which, by the way, that's why this sport's better, because in every other sport, the trophy goes to the owners or the people that sign the checks. In this, the owners touch it last, or after our, which I think that's very cool. It's just these are the folks doing the work. Like they should get their time, and they do. So Captain gets it and then hands it off to somebody. And typically there's significance behind that. I thought Marchand was going to get it second because this was kind of like a very Ray Bork moment.
Yes.
Like when Sakic got it and Sakic didn't even skate around, he just handed it right to him. And then they went for like Nicholas Hague.
Yep.
Because they gave it to all the players who had never won one first.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that approach and giving it to the folks who haven't won a cup first?
I love it. I think it's a great idea because I mean everyone's going to get their time with it, but it allows those who have worked that hard, because I'm not saying Matthew Tkachuk is like, oh, I won my second Stanley Cup, I've done this before, but when you win the first one, it seems like it is something like you'll never forget because you worked your whole life to do it. So allowing the first timers like Tomas Nosek or whatever to skate around with it, it's like, all right, that's awesome. Like that is respectful. Like you're not doing it because it's a status thing on the team. It's like, it's not like, okay, first it's going to be Ekblad and then it's going to be Tkachuk and then it's going to be Marchand and blah, blah. It's like, we're going to let these guys who have won it first, who have never won it, skate with it first because we've already done that. I love it. I think it's a great idea, and I hope that is something that carries tradition.
See, do I like it? I don't know. I thought it was cool once I understood it because I'm like, why is Hay getting it? I like the idea that they, the order has kind of some like something behind it. Like I know, like I think there was like one year, like somebody from maybe it was last year, like so I think Rodriguez might have passed it off to someone he played with in LA. So it's kind of cool to see kind of that dynamic. I think Marchand should have gotten it second. He's the reason why I think they made it that far. He impacted, like he won them the Toronto series, in my opinion. But I'm watching like Vitek Vanacek and then their third goalie go out first. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Who are you?
I actually shut it off when Vanacek went out because I was like, what?
You?
Like, where is... Because I was like, oh, okay, they'll give it to Bobrovsky. Nope, Vanacek. And I was like, dude, what is happening?
I will say, I remember specifically during the Colorado one, people kind of fizzled out a little bit. The more people that carried it, and the less people like they cared about, 100%. So I will say the Florida fans, they gave it up every single time. Doesn't matter who it was. So it was loud every single time.
That they probably partied all night because Florida does not shut down. So they probably got after it. They might still be getting after it.
The cup was damaged twice in the photos this morning at the below deck pub.
Classic.
With Marchand making people cheer, sign like come back Bennett or whatever.
Classic.
Crazy.
But yeah, I mean, overall, great series. I said Panthers in 7. I was a game off. I just don't think Edmonton just isn't tough enough to hang with them, and their goaltending sucks. And the thing like people in Boston complain about is that they pay Jeremy Swayman whatever, like $8 million, and they're like, oh well, we could just pay Stuart Skinner, but no, Stuart Skinner actually blows, dude. You do not like Jeremy Swayman has a semi track record, and I think the change to Marco Sturm will help, and hopefully a year with this defensive core. Although I said also on this podcast and said Nikita Zadorov will be a horrible signing. Hashtag Pez was right. They only have him for 4 more years at over $5 million. You'd love to see it with that type of player. You'd love to see it. But I think Marco Sturm's defensive style of head coach will help Jeremy Swayman this year. And he showed at the Worlds that if he is in net and has a real team behind him, he is good. So yeah, get a real goaltender.
Well, the Oilers did start by signing one of my favorite, Trent Frederick.
Oof.
Bottom 6 center 4 years at $1. So I'm sure that contract's going to pay off, and I need to start selling my cards of him before he becomes
either that or they stick him with like McDavid. He becomes the next like Zach Hyman, right? Just pots like you sell all these cards, he pots like 60 goals because they just park him in front of the net, and his like his rookie card that's now 10 cents moves up, he triples.
I got a PSA 10 of his auto, like rookie auto, so we'll see. But
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rounding back, we're gonna go right back around. Maybe it's just the beginning summer doldrums that are getting me down.
Oh,
when it comes to video games. Maybe it's just it's hot and it's sticky and the sun doesn't go down until 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and it's just like maybe I just don't want to, be inside. Maybe I'm touching grass, which sounds
ew.
horrible, but
I hate that.
oh, it's not great. It's not ideal. You know what I have to do before I leave to go to Portland, Oregon is cut the grass because it looks like I could go out there with a machete and cut that stuff down because every freaking weekend it rains. Every Saturday, and it's dreadful.
I think it won't this weekend, and of course that's the one that you're not going to be here for.
I'll be here in the morning, so I'll do it in the morning before I leave. But hitting up Logan Airport at 3 o'clock. So if any of you listening want to buy your favorite Three Dads and a Console co-host a beer in Portland, Oregon, drop your name and address in the comments, and I'll come over.
I actually think Squigoth from my channel is out that way.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be out there Sunday, Saturday, technically Saturday night to Wednesday night, and I land in Boston, taking a red eye back to Boston. So that's going to be terrible on Thursday.
I thought you were going to say, so I'll be at Logan, so if any of you can give me a ride.
No,
and drop me off at Terminal B.
Nope, work paid for central parking, dude. I'm good.
Sheesh,
well,
all right.
I mean, I paid for it with my work credit card, but they don't care.
Sheesh.
Yeah, central parking, baby, $180 for like 6 days. Can't beat it.
Oregon.
That's it.
You're gonna come back a different man.
Ooh, coming back a tired man. I'm not looking forward to that. The 3-hour time change backwards. But yeah, it should be fun. It's a food resiliency conference for work. For those that don't know, I'm in the food access agency biz. I work in food security, and so this is they gave us a 4-year, like $450,000 grant to work on some new initiatives that we're working on. So this is like a check. This basically it's like to update my progress on it. I have to present in a room of people that could be anywhere from 50 to 100. So I'm like actually really excited about that. And then I'm gonna pass out business cards of the show to everybody.
I was gonna say, drop the pod. Be like, and if any of you guys like video games,
that's right.
Three Dads on a Console on YouTube.
I know y'all like to talk about food, but if you really want to eat, come to youtube.com/3dads on a console.
Watch, our next crossover is gonna be like us, the anime podcast, and then like
it's just some
food services.
Like, yeah, it's just like some food reviewer reviewing like the best fast food hamburgers, and there's like 50 podcasts, like 50 episodes.
Joe is hungry. Actually, legitimate. My favorite. But
there we go. Joe is hungry.
Joe is hungry.
Shout out Christina Applegate.
So I one of the last things I want to talk about is the new Donkey Kong trailer came out. Have you seen anything about this?
I saw that Nintendo brought Diddy back, so shout out Nintendo for putting Diddy back in our lives, and that there was like a baby or a small like Pauline, but other than that, I haven't watched the direct that dropped today. I have not watched it yet because I was bombed out at work for the past few days.
The someone basically said that it was perfect that Ralph the game basically like you have like the big Ralph character Donkey Kong and the little one, which is whatever her name is, Vanellope. But this game, the look, I don't hate the look of Donkey Kong. It does, I don't know, it's weird a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like,
not.
I don't hate it.
It's almost like this weird, like to me, it's like this weird like chibi style hybrid thing, and I'm just like, what? This is a interesting direction for you to go, Nintendo.
And though I would say the part that I find most crazy about this is they're having an amiibo come out, of him and Pauline. It looks nice. How much do you think this amiibo is?
That amiibo is, I'm gonna guess, $40.
It's $30.
Dang.
Amiibos used to be $15 to $20.
That is,
and now they are 30.
Crazy. It is a nice looking amiibo, though. I'll give him that.
You know, it looks great. It looks great, but like,
but not. I mean, not for $30. No shot.
Like, what do you get? Like,
have you ever bought an amiibo in your life?
Yeah, I used to buy a lot of them
that you used, not resold.
No, buy them to collect them. Did not buy them to use. Never used an amiibo. Own many. I did. I remember being some, and I saw two like pit ones.
Yeah.
And I remember getting them both. The guy behind me is like, "Hey, can I have?" I said no to his face.
Damn, dude! My man came out to get a pit one because that was a Smash main, and you just were like, "Nah."
What, whatever. I was a younger person. I would have said no now, but I was just younger then.
You wouldn't have felt bad about it?
No, I didn't feel bad about it. Once that green started rolling in, sheesh.
That's true. That's true. You know what? Screw that guy.
But no, I have some of the Mario ones, the pixelated one.
Oh, okay.
Like the 30th of the anniversary one. I got Ryu because he's one of my favorite. I got Mega Man. My wife bought me Mega Man, I think. She found it because I love Mega Man. I need to get a Joker one from Persona. I'm surprised I don't have that yet.
Me too.
And then I bought I remember randomly, like, I would find them and like always look for them. Like I bought like Princess Peach for like my father-in-law because he loves Peach. But I got this like woolly yarn Yoshi? Because I thought it looked cute.
Was it actually wool?
Down there?
Like is it actually like made of like wool materials? It just looked that way.
I don't know. I don't take them out of the box.
Oh, okay. Good answer. Good answer. Good question, Greg. You
yeah,
that too.
I don't take them out of the box. I cannot give you a reason, but I like amiibos. I don't like them at $30.
No, I don't either. When I played Animal Crossing, I learned how to make my own NFC tags. So I had all of them from like, because there was like a big card set that they released so I just made my own amiibo tags.
That's right. My wife ordered a bunch off Etsy so she could get the ones she wanted.
Yep. I needed my man Julian, absolute beast of a unicorn that he is.
I'm still pissed they don't have Animal Crossing for the Switch too.
I mean, they will eventually.
I know, but
I'm telling you, when a Zelda or an Animal Crossing comes out on a Switch 2, that's when I'll buy it.
I feel bad because I don't care about it the way other people are.
Yeah, right now I don't care about it. Like I think Mario Kart seems cool, but I'm like, no, it's not that cool.
But they have all these weird. I remember last time Court's like, why are they even putting in like the open world thing? It doesn't need to exist. And now in this one, you can carve rock like as a mini game.
What?
It's called DK Artist, and you basically just carve a rock to look like a character, and you can color it. Think about the in Mario 64 how you could play around with a face.
Yeah.
Think about like that. But instead it's in a game and you're carving Donkey Kong or Mario or Bowser or I don't know. We all know what people are going to be making in that.
I was going to say at least it's not freehand, so people don't make whatever.
Oh, maybe it is.
But they might.
I don't know yet. But we all know what people are going to make.
Yep.
And that's fine. That's their right.
Yep.
One I know fun fact about Donkey Kong. This is a fun fact I didn't share with you before is so there was a game for the GameCube called Mario Superstar Baseball. And Diddy Kong is in it and his team name is the DK Kongs. In challenge mode you can unlock them, but what happens is you assign a captain and then you like draft the rest of your team. But in the context of team names, sometimes there is a name that you can get assigned if he's your captain. So you have ones like, let me give you some other examples before I start going off on this. Like the Luigi Mansioneers, the Peach Roses, the Mario Sunshines, Daisy Petals, Wario Beasts, and then you have the Diddy Survivors.
You love to see it. You love to see it. You know, because deep down, everyone is Survivor, especially Pauline.
So you know, I don't know. That is no. That's only relevant because we were talking about Donkey Kong. No other reasons.
No. Also, shout out Karen Reed. Not good for you.
Dude, I was dropped at work, and I in meetings with people not from Massachusetts, and me and the other from like this area are talking, and I'm like, there's gonna have like people are gonna like be missing meetings because they need to hear the news. I'm like, I'm trying to explain this to people not from here. I'm like, people care so much about this.
So
and are so invested.
The South Shore is so invested. Like that's all they cared about. That's all they cared about was Karen Reed, and you know, did she run that dude over?
It's Schrodinger's hit and run.
Schrodinger's gas pedal, you
know. Any final thoughts for the folks?
No, none whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, sorry, got nothing.
All right. Well, if you had fun, make sure to follow us at youtube.com/3dads and a console. You can also check us out at 3dadsconsole.com. And I don't know if we have anything coming out, but be ready for it.
This is what is coming out tomorrow at 4:30. Baba Plays and I are co-streaming again.
Oh, that's right. I mean, yeah, I know.
He forgot.
Yeah, maybe earlier. We'll see.
That's okay.
I'll let you know.
So maybe. Yeah, we may or may not be co-streaming.
I was told we're gonna be going over someone's.
Beautiful.
But
whatever.
So you know what? We may or may not be. I actually want to, but maybe it'll be a little earlier.
Yeah, whatever. All we're doing tomorrow is how to Train Your Dragon.
Pick me.
That's right. I've been working on Southern Lord workout.
So will we be able to? So is it if I go into the workshop right now? Have you uploaded that character?
Yep.
So other people can see this character.
Yep.
Can you see how many people have dated your character?
No, I'm not sure. I don't think
Can we reach out to actually I'll reach out to the community manager and ask if they can see how many people dated that.
I'm pretty sure the answer will be 0 because it's not some anime waifu girl.
And that's your mistake.
I know. Well, you know, I'm not gonna. You know, he's a southern lawyer. He's not a Japanese call girl.
I try to make
or as they say an idol. He is not an idol.
An idol. Who do you think make first?
Who would you make first, dude? Risei, and you would just play by yourself.
Thank you very much for joining. We'll see you in the next episode.